In a world where the sun kissed the sky with hues of gold every morning, Emily lived a life many would envy. Her days were a sequence of perfect moments, each better than the last, in a city where the streets sang with the laughter of contentment and prosperity. That was until one fateful morning when she woke up to a reality so starkly different, it felt like a nightmare she couldn't escape. The sun was hidden behind dark clouds, casting long shadows across her room. The air was thick with silence, a stark contrast to the gentle hum of her world. Confused, Emily walked to her window, only to freeze at the sight. The city that once gleamed with vibrance was now desolate, buildings crumbling, streets empty, and in the distance she could hear the faint sound of chows, screams woven into the wind. Panic set in as she tried to make sense of her surroundings. Her phone, her only hope of contacting anyone familiar, displayed numerous alerts. "Wanted for treason," it read, with her face plastered across the screen. How? Why? The questions spiraled in her mind as she realized the gravity of her situation. She was a fugitive in a world she didn't recognize. Before she could process her thoughts further, the sound of heavy boots echoed in the hallway outside her apartment. They were coming for her. Instinct took over. Grabbing a hoodie and her keys, she slipped out the back door, her heart pounding in her chest. The city was a labyrinth of danger at every turn. Surveillance drones hummed above, scanning for her face. Posters with her image were plastered on every surface, each glance from a stranger filled with suspicion. Emily knew she had to find answers, but first, she had to survive. Her first encounter came sooner than expected. A group of armed enforcers cornered her in an alley, their guns pointed directly at her. The adrenaline surged, fear mingled with a will to survive. She noticed a fire escape ladder above her, barely within reach. With a running start, she leaped, her fingers grasping the cold metal. Gunshots rang out as she climbed, bullets sparking against the steel. Reaching the rooftops gave her no solace. The drones were more persistent here. She ran, ducking and weaving, her breaths ragged. The city stretched out before her, a terrifying expanse of unknown dangers. But Emily was learning fast. The fear that gripped her heart transformed into a fierce determination. She wasn't just running from her pursuers. She was running towards the truth. Her only clue led her to the heart of the city, to a building unmarked on any map, shrouded in secrecy. It was here, in the depths of its archives, that she uncovered the horrifying truth. Emily wasn't just a fugitive. She was an anomaly, a glitch in the fabric of parallel universes. Her perfect life was a lie, constructed in a reality that was never meant to intersect with this one. But knowledge was power, and with it, Emily devised a plan. She would not be a victim of circumstances beyond her control. Setting the archives ablaze as a distraction, she stole into the central control room, a place where the barriers between worlds were manipulated. The confrontation was inevitable. Guards swarmed the facility, and Emily fought with a desperation born of the truth. Each punch thrown, each evasion, was a testament to her refusal to succumb to a fate she didn't choose. The control room loomed ahead, its door ajar, inviting her in. Inside, amidst the chaos of blinking lights and swirling portals, stood the architect of her despair, a scientist with ambitions that knew no bounds. The final battle was brutal, a dance of desperation between creator and creation. Emily emerged victorious, but not unscathed. The scientist's final words a haunting echo in the silent room. "You can't escape your destiny," he whispered, a twisted smile on his lips. With trembling hands, Emily initiated the sequence that would send her back to a reality where she belonged, where her life was her own. The machine hummed to life, a beacon of hope in the darkness. She stepped into the portal, her heart a mix of fear and anticipation. Emerging on the other side, the sun greeted her like a long-lost friend. The city buzzed with life, familiar and comforting. But Emily knew better now. Her perfect world held shadows, secrets that lurked beneath the surface. She was no longer the same woman who lived in blissful ignorance. Her life had shattered into a million pieces, but in its place, Emily found strength, a resilience born of truths uncovered and battles fought. Parallel Fugitive, The Shattered Life, was not just a title bestowed upon her. It was a testament